welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I am so happy you stopped by, and it is time for my Fabulous Friday favorites. I'm trying to get these started up again. I feel like I go through phases where I don't really have that many favorites, and I go through times where I have a lot, and this just happens to be one of those times where I do have a lot. And I think it might have to do with in the summer my skin is a lot more oily. I have more makeup concerns, and so I tend to reach for certain products a lot more than normal. So we will just jump right into it. First thing I want to address is I may look a little bit off in the camera. I'm looking a little weird in the lighting, and I feel like my neck is looking a lot more yellow and my face is looking kind of pink. So if it looks weird in the camera, just be aware in real life I don't look this bad. I am testing out a new foundation, but it's not quite this pink as it's coming off on camera. So if you did want to know what foundation I'm testing out right now, it is the Maybelline Superstay Even Better Skin Foundation. And I talked about that in my recent haul. I'll try to link that down below. So like I said, let's just jump right into it. I'm going to start off with what's on my eyes, and this is basically an all-time favorite. I love this so much. It is the Too Faced Boudoir Eyes. I love this. Now, interesting names on this. Again, not all names that I agree with, and you know, if you buy this palette, just be aware some of the names are not totally and completely appropriate for younger viewers, but I do love the shades in here. It's so beautiful. I think these are fantastic shades. I love this beautiful taupey color right here. That's just one of my favorites. This one down below it, again, I'm not saying the names, just for younger audience purposes. Love those. Just think it has really outstanding colors. And then this kind of lighter taupe even is so beautiful. I just think this is such a flattering palette, and for green eyes particularly, this does incorporate a lot of plums and more cool tones. And if you're like me, I love those kind of shades on green eyes. I tend to gravitate towards those shades, and this is an all-time favorite, but I just feel like I rarely reach for it just because I'm one of those people, when I have a favorite, I'm like, oh, I need to save it for a special occasion, which sounds crazy, but I do tend to reach for this more when I'm really having a struggle with my makeup, or I'm wanting to look really great for a formal event or something like that. But if you're looking for something for everyday wear, but that can also take you from day to night, this is definitely one of those. It's great. I love this. I can't recommend it enough. This is definitely one of my favorite high-end palettes, if not my absolute favorite. So moving on, I think that's my only eyeshadow favorite. Next on eyes has been this fabulous Milani eyeliner, and this is her Evercolor Automatic Waterproof Eyeliner in Lucky Penny. I love this eyeliner. Now, I picked this up off of her website not long ago when I believe it was on sale for like $10. I just broke it because it's humid and crazy, but I'll put it back in there. I love this. Again, another product that's great for green eyes, but I really do think this will be great for a lot of different eye colors, and it really is waterproof. It really does last all day, and I can't say enough good things about these Milani eyeliners. When she says they're bulletproof, she is not kidding. She really means it. So love that. Then I think I've got one more. I lied to you guys. I've got another eyeshadow favorite. This is the Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics. You guys have seen this a ton of times, but again, these cooler tone shades. It's an all matte palette with the exception of this skimp. It's just a little bit maybe of a satin, not super shimmery or anything like that, but I just love this one. I love it even more than the Naked Basics 1, and I hope they're going to come out with a Naked Basics 3. I feel like they constantly are rolling out new naked options for Urban Decay. If you guys didn't hear about it, they're going to have the Naked Smoky palette, which is basically like the Urban Decay Naked 4. I am so excited about that, and I'm definitely going to be jumping on that bandwagon whenever it lands at Sephora and Ulta. Fully expect a review because I'm really excited about that. If you guys don't know, I obviously kind of like the smoky look, and it does seem to have some cooler tone shades in there, so I'm really excited about that. Then next in my little bag here, I've got what I've been wearing on my brows lately, and I have gone back to my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Auburn. This stuff is great. I've had this since September, and no, I haven't exclusively used it, but I've used it most of the year, and I still have a whole lot left. I really use hardly any of it. Just a little teeny, not even a full size drop on my brush, and it does my whole brow. Now I don't have a ton to fill in. I've got almost what would be considered a little scar over here that I fill in, and then some thinner areas on the outside, and then of course I just kind of run it through the beginning of my brows. But I don't think I'd recommend this to somebody that has a ton of brow to fill in, just because it could get to look a little bit heavy or a little bit drawn on. But definitely if you're somebody like me that's got quite a bit of brow to work with, or even just you have at least half your brow to work with, I think this could work really well for you. And again, another product that is totally heat proof, totally not gonna go anywhere, it's not gonna budge, it's not gonna smudge, it's great. And it's $18, I believe, which is either the same price as her pencil or less, and this lasts so much longer. So if you're looking for an alternative too for that pencil, I totally recommend this. I would probably actually recommend this over even a drugstore pencil, just because you get a lot of product for the price. So if you're dividing by usage, or you're trying to look for something that's going to last you longer, you're not running to get a brow pencil every week, definitely go for this. Next, we've got some face things, and a powder I've gone back to is my Old Faithful Milani face powder in the shade 03 medium. It's what I have on today. I hope it looks as beautiful on camera as it comes off in person, but again, I am testing a new foundation, so be aware of that. But if you have oily skin, this powder is fantastic. It is buttery smooth, but yet it still holds everything together. And if you're looking for something to keep in your purse and mattify, this is definitely your product. Oily skin ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Your face just seems to eat makeup, especially when it's hot outside. So definitely this is something I would check into if you're oily skinned, even normal skin, but especially for oily skin. I have to say this is probably my favorite powder, coming in only next to the L'Oreal True Match powder and the L'Oreal Pro Matte, both good options, but this is a little more affordable. I picked mine up at Target. I believe they're $5.99, something like that. So really good product and really affordable. Then along with this, all this kind of shine proof things that I'm going with lately are the e.l.f. Shine Eraser blotting strips. Now I'm not a big blotting strip buyer. I feel like that's something that you can live without. You can use toilet paper or paper towel or whatever, but with my skin being so oily, I will go through a lot of whatever I'm using. So it seems more cost efficient to spend $1 on these, and there's 50 in a package, and I can just use one every time I need to blot. Now, that being said, I do want to tell you guys about a little tip. Some of you guys are going to go, ooh, I would never do that, and some of you guys are going to go, oh, I never knew about that. So years and years ago when I was in high school, they did a Today Show segment on this book called, I believe it was the Little Black Beauty Book, or Little Black Book of Celebrity Beauty Secrets. And I think they said it was Sarah Jessica Parker. I may be wrong, but I believe in the book it was written that Sarah Jessica Parker, or some really famous celebrity, uses the toilet seat covers for, like when you go in a public restroom, the little paper thin toilet seat covers, if she's in a jam and needs something to blow out her oil. Now, obviously if you're doing that, you probably do want to pick from the back of the toilet seat covers, because you don't want something that somebody has touched. But those are all in boxes in bathrooms. Pretty much every public bathroom seems to have those. So if I'm ever in a jam, I am not shy. I will grab one of those puppies from the back of the box and I will blot. And it really does work. It's just the same thing as this. It's just like rice paper. And you know, those are paper thin as well. So you're getting the same kind of product, just you're getting it for free or easy access when you're at a public restroom. So keep in mind, ladies, if you are without oil blotting sheets and you don't, you know, the cheap toilet paper is not going to work in those restrooms, but if you're without them and you need something, those absolutely work. They're made with practically the same material. Now granted, this says it contains like tea extract and all that other, but I don't find them to be any different really than this. It's just, this is $1 and I can buy it and have it at home, and that's free in the restroom wherever I'm at. So there's just a little tidbit of a cheap beauty secret for you guys. Like I said, some of you guys are going to be like, this woman is crazy, and some of you guys are going to totally do it, but I like to share those little strange but useful tips with you guys when I know them. So moving on back to the oil control train here, I've been using my Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. This stuff is great. Again, the full size of this is pretty pricey, but I've heard you can buy 2 of the small sizes and they're $15 a piece instead of paying $40 for this, and it's the same thing. So another little helpful tip there. Love this stuff. If you've got big pores and oily skin, I think this will be your best friend, especially as we're getting warmer and warmer outside, it seems. And then next, another thing I picked up while I was on vacation that I forgot to include in my vacation haul is this LA Girl Pro BB Cream, and this is their HD Beauty Balm. I love this. Now I've got this in the shade Light. I absolutely love this. It looks very natural. It's easy to put on. It blends out really nicely with your fingers, and I do find that it holds up really well throughout the day, surprisingly. It doesn't really have any claims to control oil or anything like that. It just says it primes, moisturizes, enhances skin, paraben, fragrance free, and it's an all-in-one skin beautifier. But for me, with oily skin, for a BB cream to last, that's great, especially if it doesn't say it's mattifying. So I love this. I think it gives good enough coverage that if you do have a little blemish here or there, it's going to cover it enough, and you can just add a little bit of concealer. But it's such a beautiful natural finish that you're probably going to get compliments on your skin. I've noticed I'm getting compliments on my skin when I wear this, and I love that, because when somebody says your skin looks so beautiful, it's so much nicer to hear that than your makeup looks so beautiful, because that means they feel like they're looking at your skin, or maybe they actually are seeing skin through your foundation that's making it look so nice and healthy. So love this, highly recommend, and it's again at like $5.99 at stores. You can get it online, but you know, I'm not a big fan of buying a $5 product online, but oh well. Then on to some more face products, some higher end concealer options. Now the first one is one that I've had for a little while. This is the Benefit Erase Paste. Now you guys know I used to use the e.l.f. Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye salmon tone concealer thing, and it was okay, but it was a very thick consistency and it was almost hard to get your finger in there and dig it out. But this, on the other hand, is a little bit more emollient, but it also doesn't sink into my fine lines under my eyes. It totally does a great job of doing covering up dark circles and things like that. I love this. The shade I have is number 1 Fair. So love this, great salmon tone concealer, and a little bit goes a long way. Again, kind of the same thing as this Anastasia Dip Brow. Both of these are things that you need just a little bit when you put it on, and it will do the job. Then moving on to a concealer. This was actually sent to me by the company. This is the Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer and Corrector, and I got the shade Fair Golden. I'm working with them. I'm an amazing expert right now. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I mentioned it on there, and they're sending me some products for review and testing purposes, so I'm really excited about that. And this was the first thing they sent me. Now, you know, I'm always a skeptic when you send me a high-end product, or when I find out about a high-end product that claims to do it all, but this concealer is fantastic. It totally is a natural looking concealer, and it corrects. I don't have to add anything to it. Like usually the erase paste I will use with another concealer to kind of correct, and then the other concealer will highlight. This seems to really do it all. It's great. I want to see if I can get just a little bit on my hand here to show you. It is so full coverage, and it does not crease. It's so great. It's not super thick. It's kind of a faster drying formula, but yet it still is moist almost. I just really love it. It's totally worth it. Like I said, I wrote a review about it, and one of the things I mentioned about it was that it was totally something I could see working as a foundation. Now they have a bigger size than this, and I have half a mind to go buy it and use it as a foundation, just because this was not going anywhere. And usually when I have concealer on, it's gonna crease, it might crack, my skin's a little bit oily, so it might travel. One night I had really watery eyes, and this didn't budge. This did not budge. So if you're looking for something, I know we're in wedding season, this wonderful time of year, so if you're looking for something for your wedding day that is not gonna show tears or have a major mess going on, totally recommend this Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer. It is amazing, and I just love it. I think it's totally worth the spend, especially like I said, if you are looking for something that's gonna be waterproof. This passes the test. And another thing I really liked about it is a lot of high-end concealers I've tried feel very heavy. If there are any kind of coverage to it, or if there is any kind of coverage to it, it looks visible on the face. This does not look visible on the face. So I'm really thinking of doing a demo with this for you guys because, again, I'm kind of back to my drugstore concealers, testing different things out right now. But I really want to show this to you guys just so you can get an idea of how good this is, because like I did say, we are in this sweaty summer wedding season that, you know, everybody's concerned about sweat-proof, heat-proof makeup, but also if you're having a wedding, you know, you're gonna have tears, things like that. So let me know down below if you do want like a demo of this, just because I don't hear a lot about this brand or this concealer, and I think there should be more out about it. Then the last face thing I've got is something that is like an old favorite that I've kind of come back to. This is the e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing powder in the shade Fiji. These are both matte shades, so beautiful. This is the most wonderful natural blush, and the bronzer is fantastic too. I love them both. They're matte, they last. Totally a good little cheap affordable $3 product that I would recommend to just about anybody, because these are really great colors for a lot of different skin types. The bronzer is not too orange, the blush is just that right shade of natural looking flush. If you're a little bit darker than me, I could totally see you using this bronzer as well. But fairer, like I am right now, you could definitely use the bronzer. I mentioned this in my haul as well. This is from Circa Beauty, which is the beauty line created by Eva Mendes, and this is the lipstick in 08 Lana, or Lana, however you want to pronounce it. This is the most beautiful, hot, corally, with like a hint of salmon undertone to it. I love this lipstick. It is so beautiful, so velvety. I want some more. This is the only thing I picked up from the line, but I am so impressed by this. It is just beautiful. I can't stop wearing this color. Today I really almost wore it again, but I figured I'd branch out and wear one of my other favorites, what I have on my lips today is the Rimmel Stay Glossy 3D gloss in Popcorn for Two. I love this color. I love these glosses. I love lip products, you guys probably know that, but if I had to recommend a drugstore gloss, this would totally be the one. These are my favorite brand of drugstore glosses. Here's the swatch. It's just kind of something with a nice sheen to it, and I love to top this over other colors because it does enhance your lip look with any other color you put under it, because it does have a little bit of iridescence to it. Makes your lips look so full. My last makeup favorite is another Rimmel lip product. This is the Rimmel Provocalips 16-hour lip color in the shade Make Your Move, a really pretty kind of rosy nude color. I love this. I've already got it swatched for you guys. How pretty is that color? I just love this. I think this is, again, a shade that will go well on a lot of different people and something that is going to last all day. This is not going anywhere. I did a review a while back on the L'Oreal lip colors that were kind of this two-step system, and those were great, but this is just as great as those, and it's a little bit more affordable. I believe this is $5.99 or $6.99, and this color, you guys, I am so in love with this color. This is just a perfect throw it in your bag color. Wear it with a smoky eye, wear it with a neutral eye, wear it with whatever, because it's gonna go so fantastically. So love this. Can't say enough good things about it either. Like I said, this favorites video is just full of fantastic products, and whoops, sorry, I'm dropping my next favorites, and those are some hair favorites, and both of them I used today. The first thing is the Got To Be Beach Trippin' Salt Infusion Waving Spray. I've used a lot of these waving sprays in the past, and I wasn't super impressed with them before, but this one is fantastic. I spray it on my hair after I curl it with the curling iron, and it just gives it a really loose, effortless look to it, and it keeps that curl a little bit better, I'm noticing as well. So really love this, another cheap product. And the next thing that I use after I do that is Old Faithful right here, Not Your Mother's She's a Tease Volumizing Hairspray. I know I've talked about this before. This is about $6 at the drugstore. Oh my goodness, if you want big hair, this is the stuff. From the drugstore, this is the best hairspray I've tried as far as volumizing. So good at volumizing and really great at holding a curl as well. And bonus points because it has a wonderful scent to it. It's apple blossom and bamboo. I love this stuff. It's fantastic. My boyfriend loves the smell of this. He always knows when I'm wearing this, but I'll never forget the first time he asked me about it. He thought it was the perfume I was wearing, and I had no perfume on. It was just this. So it's a really pleasing scent. It's not too strong, but it is strong enough that you are going to smell it after you spray it for the rest of the day. But I love the smell of it. The product works. It's fantastic. If you've never tried this, I totally recommend you go out and pick it up because it is so affordable and it does the job. It is the best volumizing drugstore hairspray that I have ever used and probably will ever use. So those are my Friday favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, a lot of rambling going on in this video, I feel like, because every product I am so fired up about right now because I feel like I'm kind of changing my makeup over to the different season. We're in summer, so you can play a little bit more with color and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed these, like I said, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like I said, I'm going to be reviewing a lot of new drugstore products and foundations coming up very soon. So subscribe so you don't miss out on all those, and thanks again for watching and have a great weekend.